you decide to go through the arbitration process, as you say, that his attempted ouster was not done through due process, as you say, using party values and structures and processes. But I just want to hear from you, Ruth, personally as Ruth. What do you make of Edwin Sifuna's conduct? Do you think he deserves any disciplinary action, if any? What are your thoughts about his conduct within the party in the recent weeks or months?
For me, as Ruth Odinga, and I don't think you should ask me about that because I'm actually a member of the executive of the party, is that Edwin Sifuna, like everybody else, has a right to speak out, and that is one of the systems of our country. But if he says something which the party feels is not is contrary to what the party ethos are, because there are things that him as Sifuna can say as Sifuna, but there's something that when the party has taken a decision on, and they probably think that that one he should not be able to say contrary because he's the Secretary General. You know, there's a difference between being a Secretary General and a spokesperson for the party and you as an individual speaking your own mind. Because you can have your own mind as an individual. Like me, Ruth, I have my own mind. Whether it's on 1 term or 2 term, I do have my own opinion. But then as the organizing secretary of the party of ODM, I am not allowed to come out to say that this is the decision we made and we agreed on it, and then now I'm changing and saying that although I agreed on it, I didn't whatever. So those are the things that the party is saying. He has to differentiate on that, on the other. But on his own as ODM, as Sifuna, I do say that Sifuna, as a person, has got his own strong mind, and he's also got the voice of the young people, he's got the voice of a lot of Kenyans, and as a party, it's welcomed. It's welcome for him to have that. I
want to hear from you clearly, Ruth, even as Member of Parliament and as a member of the Orange Democratic Movement. Do you feel that Edwin Sifuna has in any way spoken against anything that contradicts the ethos of the party?
No, I don't think that he has done that. On my own as Ruth Odinga, I support Edwin Sifuna in many cases of what he does. But what the party feels is a different thing, and I don't think that I'm a spokesman of the party tonight.
But as a member of the party, what do you feel about this?
But I would want to tell you that I am one of the people who never opposed his removal. So that should in itself be an answer to you. I opposed that removal of him and thought that due process and his reasons should have been brought, and also the party should have had the due process. So by me refusing and dissenting for his removal, that should be the answer you need.
One of the key issues that, the Secretary General for ODM, Edwin Sifuna, has been very vocal about is against the broad-based government. ODM being incorporated within a pre-election pact with UDA. And that coming up very strongly as one of the key issues that he has been very vocal about has led him to fall into some of the members' bad books. What do you feel about the pre-election pact between the ODM party?
For me, I feel it's very premature. I feel it's very premature for us to have that pact. And as something I've consistently said from the word go, reasons being that I feel that we really need to get our house in order as ODM, so that when we even go, you cannot go to any arrangement or pre-arrangement as a party. And ODM is the biggest party we have right now, which cuts across the whole country. So why would we want to go into any pre-election pact so hurriedly when we have not even done even some of the MOUs we put in place, like the 10-point agenda, that we said we wanted to be, which our party leader had said we needed to do, has not been done. And one of them, you know very well, like let's say the freedom of assembly. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, what happened in Kitengela? Why was there any tear gassing and a death? And those are the things we talked about in it, and so for me, if even these ones have not been done and tackled at the 10-point agenda, why are we rushing into having a pact? I am not talking about saying that I'm against us having any pact. with whoever we will feel we are able to have a pact with, or even going it alone. But what I'm saying is that, to me, what is the biggest agenda right now? How do we, leave ODM alone, so that we can be able to, first of all, get ourselves together, bring all these warring factions back together, and it's not the first time. It's not the first time that ODM is having these wangles. Actually, we are used to it because of the diversity of the party, the divergent views. We always have that kind of wangle. You remember now, maybe you can't remember because maybe I don't know whether you were there at that time.
Maybe I was.
Yeah,
tell me.
No, but maybe you've read about it. When we even had the 207, after the 207, the 208, when we even had, 207 was the most difficult time. Yeah? And yet, after that, we even had the 208. In 208, we had Pentagon. And in the Pentagon is when we had all our leaders. And they were all looking for spaces, including the president that we have today. He was there with the Honorable Mudavadi, and they both wanted to become the deputy premiers of the party and in that coalition. And they had to fight for the whatever, but the mediation was brought in. And then Mudavadi got it. Doesn't mean that right now the tables are turned. He's the president and Mudavadi is his prime cabinet secretary. So all these things, I'm telling you, in ODM, we've always had this kind of angles. Even yours truly here, Ruth. I was made a deputy governor when I had won the elections as a governor. But the party said, Ruth, we want a man, we want Nyando to become, and Raila, if you bring your sister, we're not going to vote for you. So I was asked to step down, and I did bitterly, and I was in the news all over. But I did it because of the sake of the party. So people.
Ruth, who is Oket Sala?
Who?
Oket Sala.
I really don't know him that well. And I am one of the people, I'm surprised that he talks and says that he knows me, he knows everybody. I think in my whole life I've met Oket Sala about 3 times. And supposedly supposed to have been my brother's friend. But I would not want to really focus on him for me. The only thing is that I feel that if at all he was my brother's friend, or son, as he calls himself, or because I don't know how it's a son, he should have been able to have the integrity that if my brother had talked to him and confided, he shouldn't be able to come out and say, my brother told him that and told him this. So for me, Oket Sala is an issue but I'd like to ask him to please give us the space as a family to be a family. And also in the party. I remember that even in the NEC we did talk that Oket Sala is not supposed to be allowed to be talking on behalf of the party because he's not a party member. And the party, I'm surprised that I keep on seeing him coming out and doing what he does. And those are the things I was telling you. We've left where ODM should be. ODM should not be having all these different colors. We could not, as a party, why would we be going out in the open and saying we are embracing broad-based? Broad-based is an arrangement for government. It's not the party. So why would we have...
Before we go to the broad-based government, Ruth, Oket Sala was supposedly seen with your brother in his last moments in India. I mean, is he really that much of a stranger to you and your family?
By the way, by the time I got to India, I never saw him. I'm the one who was with my brother when he passed away. So I came when he had already left. Whether he left because he was scared of me coming, whether he was whatever, so I would not be able to tell you.
Is he related to your family? Might you have any reports, anything from your family, anyone who knows anything about him?
No, nothing. I don't know him. And I would not want to be engaged in talking about Oket Sala, because I only said that I was grateful because he was there, apparently being a friend to him. And my brother actually liked talking to young people, and that is something I really wish can be embraced again with the party, because he embraced the young people, and I also would want to. But I would not say much about Okech Salah.
I don't do Messi. I don't do Messi.